You did something today that was supposed to feel good, and somewhere in the middle of it, you noticed you were just waiting for it to be over. This isn't a video about dopamine. I'm not going to fix you, and I'm not going to try. There's this thing that happens where you're doing exactly what you wanted to do, the thing you looked forward to, maybe planned for, and you're present for it physically, but something in you is already somewhere else. Not distracted, not bored in the normal way, more like watching yourself have an experience instead of having it. You laugh at the right moments. You say the right things. You even feel something, briefly. But then it passes before you can hold it, and you're left with this weird flatness that you can't explain to anyone, because from the outside, everything looked fine. You looked like you were enjoying yourself. Maybe you almost were. Here's where it actually lives. You're scrolling through photos from last week, good photos, real moment, people you love, and you feel nothing. Not sadness, nothing. And for a second, you tilt your phone, like maybe a different angle will make it land. It doesn't. It's not depression, though it can wear that coat. It's not that life is bad. That's actually what makes it so disorienting. Things are fine, objectively fine, which means you can't point at anything. You can't say, that's why. So you start to wonder if this is just who you are now. If somewhere along the way you became someone who doesn't fully feel things, and you've probably called it being realistic, or mature, or just tired. You've probably worn it like a kind of wisdom. I don't get that excited about things anymore. Said it almost like it's an upgrade. Here's the honest thing. At some point, you started pre-disappointing yourself. Before the trip, before the night out, before the conversation, you were looking forward to something, and you quietly lowered the ceiling. Not consciously. Just a small internal adjustment, a cushion against the letdown. And it worked. You stopped being as disappointed, but the same move that protected you from the low also cut you off from the high. You didn't lose the ability to feel good. You got very efficient at not needing to. So the question isn't how do I enjoy things again? The question is, what are you still protecting yourself from feeling? That one doesn't answer fast. Let it sit. There's no technique here, no practice to start, no journal prompt at the end. You already know yourself well enough to find your way back to this. You just have to be willing to stop being so careful with yourself for a minute. That's not a small thing to ask, but you're capable of it. Fun didn't stop being real. You just got very good at staying just outside of it.